WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. Matt Boone, Ryan Clark here with you for one more hour, talking about the backstage news, rumors, and stuff like that. My apologies for the music during the commercial break where,
Was it bad?
Well, the music sounds horrible coming through the...
Does it really?
Yeah.
It sounds great on the archive, so, I mean, anybody who listens to the show that isn't listening live, it sounds great. But I don't know.
It's pretty much just the live stream that we use, guys.
Yeah, real quick before you get into everything, the poll results, since we already finished them, Raw and Impact. What show did you enjoy more? Number 1 was Impact with 51% of the votes. Number 2 was Raw, 33% of the votes. Number 3 was both equally with 12% of the votes, and in last place was neither of them with 4% of the votes. So that was the poll results.
All right, no doubt. Wait, what was it? What did you say?
I already deleted them now, so it's too late. Impact was first, Raw was second, both equally was third, and neither of them was fourth.
So we've got, what was the poll? I forgot. What was it?
Are you fucking kidding?
No, well, it was which show
did you enjoy more? Yeah, Raw, Impact,
right.
Both of them, or neither of them?
Yeah, there you go.
Do we have a new poll we should put up? Do we have anything?
Nah. I mean, how many? Did you order Destination X?
Did you watch UFC?
Yeah. All right, do UFC. We'll talk UFC.
Or did you watch UFC? There we go.
Guys, we have live TNA Impact spoiler coverage ongoing right now over at TNAWrestlingNews.com. I'm going to give you a quick spoiler. There is a main event. Turn your speakers down real quick. We're going to have a cage match as a main event next week on TNA Impact. Don't know the participants just yet. Nonetheless, there's a cage being set up in the Impact Zone right now for the main event.
I thought you meant for the week after. Okay.
No, for next week. WZROnline.com/chat. We've got tons and tons of people in there tonight, guys. Get on in there, WZROnline.com. We're going to do live spoilers, dude. Chat shout-outs here in hour number 2. And like I said, guys, TNAWrestlingNews.com for Impact spoiler coverage. All right, let's run down Destination X real quick. Then we're going to talk TNA versus WWE and lots of backstage news.
When do we squeeze in UFC?
We'll get to that at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The last week.
All right, ladder match. We opened up the pay-per-view. We had a ladder match. This is off the chain. We had Kazarian, Daniels, Brian Kendrick, an amazing red in this one. This was just a spot fest. I love this. I mean, the X Division in TNA. That's why I go down to Ring of Honor, because they just, it's just balls to the wall spot fest. That's what I love. You know what I mean?
I didn't like this match, but I downloaded the pay-per-view and I watched some of it. I skipped through this. I remember seeing the replay at the end where they show all the spots during the match, like the top spots.
Right.
And I remember seeing there was amazing spots throughout the match, but I didn't see the match itself.
Real quick, I see Acer and Rob Wrestling Streams are in there as well.
Acer.
Yeah, they always hook it up, guys. If you want good streams, real cheap streams, they never cut out, go to WrestlingStreams.net. You can get TNA, WWE, all sorts of good stuff over there. So WrestlingStreams.net. Thanks to those guys, as always, for hooking it up on pay-per-view nights. So get on over there if you want streams. They never cut out. All right, Destination X. So we had the ladder match to open it up. That was just an unbelievable spot fest. Kaz wound up taking this. We had some backstage segments. It was Abyss and AJ Styles, and then we had Hogan was backstage with Abyss as well. We had a knockouts match for the knockouts title. We had Tara versus Daphne. Tara retained here, and at the end, Daphne took her spider, and they followed that up on Impact. We're kind of going backwards here because we already talked about Impact. We had Rob Terry against Brutus Magnus, who is now known as just Magnus. He cut a backstage promo before the match and said that he was going to be called Magnus. He was dropping them.
Magnus loses his first match as Magnus?
Well, I'll tell you what, and I've heard from somebody within TNA that Rob Terry, he's their guy, man. He's the main guy that they're pushing.
He is built like a horse, so I
don't know how he got that look, and there's no drug testing in TNA, but I'll tell you what, and you never want to speculate, man, but that guy, there is no way that he is that big without being on top.
Of course, dude. Come on.
Come on, dude. I mean, that dude is a fucking tank. Well, you say obviously, but some of these people, not everybody
knows. Some of these people are retarded.
Well,
if you see somebody that big and that cut up, Come on, don't be.
Yeah, but the fact that they're pushing a guy like that you know is on steroids, yet they continue to push it. You know what I mean? I mean, there's something wrong with that. You know, but half the fucking TNA roster is on them. You know? What I mean?
Everybody in wrestling. Come on, that's obvious stuff.
I know. All right, so we had that was basically a squash match. Still TNA Global Champion Rob Terry.
Global.
We had
it's like the European title in WWE. Remember that thing?
Yeah, right. We had Ultimate X match. It was Generation Me against the Motor City Machine Guns. Once again, guys, just a complete spot fest here. Ultimate X is always entertaining to watch, and we had new number one contenders for the tag team titles, the Motor City Machine Guns. We had Kevin Nash and Eric Young against Scott Hall and Six Pac. I'll give it to Scott Hall, man. He tries hard, dude, but he just doesn't have it. You know what I mean?
Not anymore, no. But he's getting in better shape every time you see him. So maybe if he gets back in full shape, maybe he can. I don't know. He was good in his day.
Well, he's sober now too, man. And I know some of you guys. Well, some of you guys, you would think, man, but I'll tell you what. I mean, you see, he's got that new Last Call with Scott Hall, which is an awesome name, by the way, for a video, for a vlog. But he looks good.
Carson Daly might have a lawsuit if that thing gets any bigger.
Yeah, that's right, because he's on Last Call with Carson Daly.
Yeah.
Yeah, who still watches that, man? We had then we had an X Division title match. We had Doug Williams against Shannon Moore. Shannon Moore looked good here.
Shannon Moore never looks good. He looks like a fucking goofball with all that crap on his face.
I'm not talking about his personal.
Yeah, but I am. He makes me sick when I see him. I hate looking at his face with all that crap on it.
You know, he's a great worker, man. He's just never shine in WWE, you know what I mean? And they gave him that shot here. But nonetheless, we had Doug Williams retained here. And Williams grabbed the mic afterwards and basically said that he was ugly, just like you said, and put lipstick and all kinds of shit all over him. By the way, during the, when Kevin Nash turned on Eric Young and they did the spray paint thing, and then you had an outline of a body for the rest of the...
the chants, do you remember what the chants were? They were fucking hilarious, bro.
No.
They said, that was awesome 20 years ago. That was awesome 20 years ago.
Is that what it was, dude?
Yeah, dude. Dude, it was fucking hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. That was funny.
That's awesome. We had Hernandez and Matt Morgan against Beer Money Inc. Matt Morgan and Hernandez returned. We had another swerve here. After Kevin Nash turned on Eric Young, we had Matt Morgan turn on Hernandez. There was a reason for this, as last night on TNA Impact on Monday night, they did the injury angle with Hernandez. I put up an article on the website before we came on the air here tonight. Hernandez is headed to Japan for the next 3 months. It's part
Why did they get the titles off of him then?
That's interesting, man. That's it. And you had Matt Morgan turn that.
Was he on the tapings last night? Did they drop him in?
Well, you've got number one contenders. You've got the Motor City Machine Guns, who are now the number one contenders. So they could have them come.
They didn't strip them off the titles last night because of the injury or something?
They may do that. They may do something at Impact tonight. I haven't read the full spoilers yet, but they're ongoing right now. They're going to have to work an angle where they got to get the tag team titles off of them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. And then we had Kurt Angle against Mr. Anderson. This is one of the better matches of the night. You can't beat the Ultimate X.
They're still doing that? Oh, no, you're talking about Destination X. Okay.
Yeah, we had, Kurt Angle won that one. We had, then we had our main event. It was AJ Styles versus Abyss. This was, it was a good show up until this point, and then, Jesus, man, what a clusterfuck main event that they had. Basically, everybody came out. They had a segment where Abyss chokeslammed AJ Styles, and the ring broke and went through the ring. Obviously, a set spot. And then you had Desmond Wolfe come out. He was thrown into the hole in the middle of the ring. And then you had, who else came? Ric Flair was out there. He took a Abyss chokeslam and went through the mat. And that's pretty much how the show ended. Everybody just went down the...
Didn't Hogan come out?
Yeah, well, Hogan was out
pushing Flair up the ramp in the wheelchair, and
Hogan pushed him up the ramp and then came back to the ring and celebrated with Abyss and was showing off the air.
What was it, on Impact where he pushed him in the wheelchair and then Abyss clotheslined him out of it?
No, that was at Destination X.
That was at Destination X?
Was it? Yeah.
I think that was at Impact last night, wasn't it?
That was a nasty clothesline, man.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool little thing.
It may have been Impact. You're right. Yeah, it was when Hogan made the.
Yeah, they said it was the same stage that he chokeslammed him through the previous week, the ramp.
Right. So that was Destination X. I mean, overall, Destination X was very good except for the main event. I mean, the Ultimate X and ladder matches stole the show, obviously, and you knew that going in that those two matches were going to be. And you had Kurt Angle versus Ken Anderson, which was pretty good as well. So overall, pretty good Destination X pay-per-view except for the main event. So that was that. All right. So. What now? I want to talk about TNA versus WWE. I guess we should. We'll open up the phone lines right now. What is the phone number?